What is up, everybody? Dan and the Fireman here. We got Crash Bandito NL, I believe. This is the first time utilizing one of his videos. We usually use MotoStar's videos. He does some commentary on this, so I'll give you a little bit of update. He does some commentary on this. We're gonna play along with the commentary. We're gonna answer the questions because he does throw out some questions, but we're still gonna be utilizing the plan method. That's where we come in. Okay, so this is an educational thing. He's gonna give us some good context. Might see some of the same crashes and close calls that we saw for MotoStars in the past couple weeks, but we're gonna have some fun with this one. But before we jump into it, yes, there is a sale, July 3rd and 4th, 48-hour flash sale for 22% off. Everything site-wide. Grab yourself a Pack Talk Edge, and the 22% off applies to the Pack Talk Pro, and they never give discounts for the Pack Talk Pro, especially 22% off. Use the link in the description. Use the coupon code DDTF in the description or in the promo code area. Anyways, it's all in the description. Check it out. But we're gonna have fun with these guys. Let's see what happens. I've only seen a couple of his videos, and he gives a lot of context, so we're gonna have to add some more to it.
In Los Angeles.
Okay, so Los Angeles
for an upcoming Moto TT when things go sideways.
Moto TT. So we've seen this one before on on MotoStars. Oh geez, that's close. A very dangerous situation.
A sharp turn right before merging onto a busy highway.
So lean too hard on. We're going to talk about how that happens and why that happens. And then what we can do differently.
A heart-stopping near miss with oncoming traffic.
Yeah,
saved
that's
only by one incredibly
very lucky.
Camry.
So is that the Camry driver? That's his Instagram. Nice side bicep. You know, good job. Front delt's looking good.
The rider
I like
was okay,
that.
but the bike was totaled.
I wonder if the bike got hit afterwards. Okay, so let's take a look at what happened here. So thanks for the context. It's in LA. So he's somehow practicing for a Moto TT. Probably not. So we're doing a nice highway pull. We have chevrons indicating it is a sharp turn. So we're going to be leaning really hard because we're putting a lot of speed, and we're going to have to do some lean angle to get ourselves staying in that line. Because if we're staying up straight and giving it speed, we're going to go off the side. So he's coming through here
For an upcoming Moto
pretty hard.
When things went sideways.
So he kind of got shot out a little bit. You see how he went close to the line, got out of the line. So now we're out here past the line and still increasing our speed. So now he's like, oh, I got to lean harder to get back into here. What you can do instead of leaning harder and maintaining your speed, how about you just slow your speed down and you'll start to go in. Just slow down a little bit. Because now we're adding more. We're adding more lean, adding more, adding. So traction loss means that you're adding too much traction that's needed for your tires. And your tires, let's say it has 100 points of traction and you started off with 50. It's like, well, I'm going to lean more. Okay, now you need 60. Now I'm going to add more speed. Now I'm going to have to use 70. And you keep doing that over and over again. You hit 100 out of 100. Now you need 110 out of 100. Boom, that's when you fall. That's when you lose traction. So if you keep adding, at some point you're going to crash. So how about you go around this corner nice and easy, maybe get slowly up to the speed limit. It's a huge on-ramp. And before, let's see, you still have all that on-ramp. So once you get to the part where it's straight, then give it speed. Because now you don't need as much traction to go straight. You just need enough to stay on tires because gravity's going to help you out. At that point, now you can give it and get up to speed. Getting up to speed beforehand, I get it. It's a fun curve. I'm not trying to kill your guys' vibe. It's a fun curve. You're going to have fun, still get it there, but whatever. Here's the risk that we take. I don't want to take the risk. I want to go home. I don't want to have a damaged bike. I just want to get on the interstate and go home. That's my goal. My goal isn't to take corners crazy fast. We went over the Gore area, launched in traffic. Now, we're playing Frogger. Imagine if he left his house 2 seconds. Left his house 2 seconds faster. He would be right here. He'd be right there. Boom, hit. Dead. These guys are going to highway speeds. You're dead. So when I say how lucky he is, he's extremely lucky. Don't put yourself in this situation, though.
Highway. The Camry drive. A region. A biker turn.
Is that a volcano? Puy de Dôme. How do you say that in French, guys?
Through France's stunning Puy de Dôme, a region.
Puy de Dôme. There you go.
known for its ancient volcanoes, was enjoying the ride of a lifetime.
That's pretty cool.
Until something happened.
That's
that
pretty
completely
awesome.
ruined the trip.
I like that he gives context. That's very nice. And having the GPS like that, and then if you have your Cardo, PackTalk, Edge, or Pro, you turn on the alerts, and it'll tell you turn-by-turn navigation so you don't have to figure it out. And I do like having the GPS here because just like in video games, you have, hey, we have a turn coming up, you know, in 16 kilometers. But then you can see on the map, we have a pretty sharp turn, and then we have like this U-y type turn. So these turns right here and right here are pretty sharp, so we should probably not go super fast around those turns. That's why I like having the GPS there on my phone. I have a rock format, link in the description for that, and then I have my PackTalk talking to me too at the same time. So he's going pretty decent speed. That person probably was going, oh. That person probably didn't have GPS on their phone, recognizing it was a sharp turn. They went fast around the turn. So it went too fast. Look at that lean angle, having to try to make that turn at a high speed. Probably sees us. And what do you think happens typically when somebody sees like another vehicle there and they're already panicking a little bit? They panic more. They probably slam the brakes. Let's see if I can slow it down. Let's see if that front tire dips in first. Yep. Front tire dips in. He probably slammed the brakes. Probably slammed the brakes hard because he saw us. And that's a problem for us now.
According to the NHTSA,
La Crosse, Wisconsin
sees about 432 DUI arrests per 100.
Look at the freaking alcoholics there, guys. Calm down. Calm down.
1,000 residents, putting it among the top states for DUI enforcement. Driving under the influence doesn't just risk lives. It could lead to serious legal consequences.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Alcohol is a depressant. It's going to delay responses from your brain to your body because it's a nervous system depressant. So the moment you think you need to stop for the stop sign, you're not going to stop as soon as you think that. It's going to delay like, oh, okay. You're going to think it like, I should probably stop. And then you finally start stopping 2-3 seconds later. Because when it comes to total stopping distance, when you have this, a normal reaction time, so a normal perception time is 1 second, reaction time is 1 second, and then you start applying the brakes, you have about 3 seconds. With alcohol, double that. Imagine doubling your total stopping distance just because you had alcohol. So just don't drink and drive.
In this clip, a rider confronts.
Now, what that says is that if you drive slower,
one of those DUI drivers after he crashes.
All right, so we're coming up to here. Oh!
Car just crashed.
Let's see how he crashed. So he probably was speeding and then wasn't paying attention, almost hits the white vehicle and swerves hard because he's drunk and doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing. Swerved hard right, lost control while slamming the brakes, so he started sliding, right? Hit a tree. I've seen a lot of people do this. They wrap their cars around trees and they just straight up die.
Whoa! Car just crashed.
Let's take a look at this. So good job. You went to rescue. Good job. He doesn't know what's happening yet.
Hey! What the is happening? Dude, just...
So, real quick, we already have the context that there's a DUI, drinking and driving. This person, the rider, has no clue until after the fact, right? Until he's gathered more information. It could be a drunk driver. It could be having having a diabetic episode. It could be having somebody having a seizure episode. It could be somebody having a heart attack. It could be having a narcoleptic episode. It could be any medical reason, or he crashed for no medical reason, and now he's acting weird because he has a TBI. And so this is dangerous no matter what. You don't know what caused the crash. You don't know what the crash caused. Either way, a vehicle damaged and somebody acting erratic driving a 1,000 pound machine could kill someone. So when it comes to rescuing, ensure your own safety first. This person is a hazard. So you're looking for hazards, right? Watch for traffic. This person is a hazard. Don't get in front of this vehicle. Stay to the sides of the vehicle. Don't get behind the vehicle. They can reverse into you. Be as agile as you possibly can, but don't get in front of the vehicle because this person will act like an idiot. Now we know it's a drunk driver,
Quit.
but now the accident could have caused.
You're
He's bleeding. Okay, so
5322.
So good. He called out the license plate, ASS 5322. So even if he forgot it, he has it on camera. He can go back and report that. So that's what you do. If you see something, say it out loud, especially if you're recording, so that you have that knowledge.
I got him. Hey Siri, call 911.
You can do that on your Pack Talk, but here's the thing. Don't put yourself in a dangerous position. It's that person's life and responsibility and consequence. Yes, he could hit somebody else and he can kill somebody else. If you want to be a hero and do this, I'm not saying don't do it. Everyone could do their own thing. But just like rescue, ensure your own safety first. Don't drive erratic. Don't run red lights. Don't run stop signs. Don't try to lane split at high speeds just to keep up with this person. Do your best to call 911 just like this. Hands-free because of the Cardo. You can do that. Give him the information that you have and hope for the best. And honestly, try to forget about it afterwards. You did everything you can. Go to a point of, okay, now it's unsafe for me to do so. And firefighters do that too. EMS, police do that to some point. But if it's unsafe for like a firefighter to go down a cliff just to rush in there without the appropriate gear, don't do it, because now somebody has to rescue you if you fail. Get the appropriate gear, make it sure it's safe for you to do so. There's time to, it's called risk a lot, save a lot, risk little, save little, risk nothing to save nothing. At this point, it's risk little, save little. And it's going to slowly turn into risk nothing to save nothing. You don't risk a lot because there's nothing a lot to save here.
Hello? Hey, I just watched a car crash on the main road, and now he's running. He didn't crash into someone. Okay, now he's finally pulling over. I'm right in front of the winery, DNA wineries.
Good. So I love what this guy's doing. He's giving location. So we talk about Lunar and firefighter safety and everything, but location is the first one. And so giving location to everything. So now he's updating dispatch to where to go.
Okay. Yeah, but you just like smack.
It's an intense compartment intrusion. We talk about MOI on this one. That force is transmitted into his legs, and his head probably broke this window, and possible TBI. Very high you can see a little bit of blood on his finger, so he's got blood somewhere. The fact, if I ever pulled up on a car accident and I saw that, this person is hurt, because it not only is it going to the legs, but you have to think this right here is hitting his rib cage too, and we're talking about shearing of organs and everything like that.
Smash your car, you got
and blood vessels.
Your forehead.
From my forehead.
Yeah, you can't just
scalp.
go. Your
scalp lacerations bleed a lot.
My life forever.
I don't care. You gotta stop, dude.
My kids, I will be okay.
I know, but you're from your head and your car is totaled.
If you go that way, I will be okay.
I don't care.
I promise you.
Bebop and Bundles is the business right in front of me.
2 blocks, please.
I dude.
So I've been on calls where the guy's like begging, bargaining. He's grieving right now. This is what grief looks like in real time. He realized his old life before the crash. Oh, I'm drinking and driving, not a big deal. I'm going home, not a big deal. Whatever. My life with kids and everything's fine. I'll just deal with the hangover, whatever. Not a big deal. Now he crashed. Life's changed because now there's issues, and now consequences. And so he's really begging to have his old life without these consequences. And this sucks because at the end of the day, it's like, dude, like you need to stop, because one, you're going to probably kill someone. You already stopped. You're going to have to deal with life here. Also, as the motorcycle rider, I'm not going to tell him. I'm going to tell him like, hey, don't drive. But if he does drive, it's like, all right.
I can't just let that go.
You gotta let it go.
I can't. The business in front of me is Bebop and Bundles. I do not. Well, he's running again.
So don't put yourself in a dangerous spot. Don't run the reds. Okay, he did fine. He did head checks. That's good.
Follows him home, but chooses not to film further out of respect for his privacy. The driver ended up with $1,700 in tickets.
Just tickets? You didn't get a... All right.
Somewhere in the mountains of California.
Somewhere in California.
Riding, but
oh, guys. I want you guys to point out where this is at if you're from California.
Every single one of them got target fixated.
Oh, we've seen this one. We have the other guy right here. Right here.
This biker managed to save himself from a target fixation crash, but his friend wasn't so lucky.
So his friend target fixated also.
Fixated.
So target fixating on things. So he's target fixated on the problem. He's going a little too fast. So he's like, oh crap, I'm going to go there. That's where I'm aiming. That's where I'm headed for. So I'm going to look here. Okay. With your head and eyes, look at the solution. With your body, apply brakes, slow it down as best you can, and then counter steer yourself into that. Look for the solution. It's a natural instinct to look for problems, right, women? It's a natural instinct to look for problems. Men, stay focused on the solution. Everybody stay focused on the solution. We all jump to this. We all jump, oh, there's the problem. Okay, cool, that's the problem. What's the solution? Focus on the solution and then aim and take action for that. Okay, he handled it, but his buddy was riding this person's ride, not their own ride.
But his friend wasn't so lucky.
No. Little damage, broken rim, not gonna be able to ride that home. There it is, towed it out. It could have been a lot worse.
In the Czech Republic, a biker was cruising
sharp left turn, got the chevrons, slowed it down, very good.
Turns didn't go as planned.
He's accelerating through it. There it is, okay, good. When he was straight, he did it. Now we have another sharp turn coming up ahead, so taking it. Look at the road. Is it gonna be a slippery? It's gonna be a slippery part. Let's take a look. Nope. Oh, yep. Now, it looks slippery because it's a wet ground.
Boys.
The rider mentioned cold tires might have been
cold tires.
But what stood out to me was that he crossed a thick road surface line. His rear tires might have been the cause, but what stood out to me was that he crossed a thick road.
Okay, his tires are right here.
Surface line. His rear tire.
His tire slid out before. He wasn't close. He didn't. His handlebars crossed, but that's because of the angle. But his tires are in line right here, so he never crossed onto that. He never crossed onto the paint. Okay, so cold tires. If that's what the rider thinks, I mean, he made the other turn back there. That was perfectly fine. Cold tires, they tend to warm up within like 2 to 3 minutes when you start riding. So I don't know if it's cold tires, but it's probably cold out.
His rear tire lost grip, and he slid out, and speed definitely played a role too. But
so yeah, speed
caused the crash.
Let me
know what you think in the comments below.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what the comments for me. So let's take a look at this initial part. Okay, so the road looks kind of wet. Okay, maybe there's a slight little drizzle. Now we don't have any drizzle right here. And so here's the problem. When you have a little bit of rain, especially within the first 20 to 30 minutes of rain, the road, any oil on the road will climb to the top. Because when water gets mixed with oil, it doesn't. But when it gets mixed with oil, the water goes underneath the oil and raises it up. Now, when it's dry, the oil is seeped into the asphalt and it's not a big deal, okay? But when it's wet, especially the first 30 minutes of a rain, the water from the rain is going to lift the oil up and it's going to slowly slide off to the edge if the road is, curved that way. So watch out for oil on the road, especially when it's a light rain or the first 30 minutes of a rain. So I think might have been this, but I couldn't see his hand. Let's take a look at his hand. Did he slam the brakes? No, he didn't. He just straight lost traction on that rear tire. So speeding it up and everything, maybe a little bit of wet. That's what I think.
And speed comments below. A group of riders was on
Dallas, Texas.
35 in Dallas, riding when a car tried to pass a slowing biker without.
Nice little drone shot. Oh, geez. Why are we blurring our speedo? Probably going a little too fast. Take a look. Fast in the flow of traffic. Car driver did nothing wrong. Did nothing wrong. You see the motorcyclist in front of the car driver? You can even see the brake lights with the motorcyclist. The motorcyclist slammed the brakes on the car driver. He moved into an escape path to the right.
Car's at fault. Instead of braking, it abruptly changed lanes. I see this all the time.
Now, legally, the car is at fault, right? For hitting the motorcyclist. Hey, we're going 70 something. You messed up the blur. You messed up the blur. Blur didn't keep up, buddy. You got to go frame by frame when you want to blur those things out. 70 something. 70 something. So higher than the flow of traffic. Buddy slammed the brakes. This person switched lanes. We got hit. It's understandable. Nobody's going to like it. But how about we all not act like idiots on bikes?
Instead of braking, they move over without checking shoulders. Don't be such a driver.
Don't be such a driver, guys. Don't be such a driver.
The rider handled it well and did move to the right to avoid a total collision. To even prevent more in the future, riding defensively is key. Braking early or moving to the emergency lane would have been safer.
So right here, yeah, checking his body. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like being next to traffic like this. If you're walking on, look back. Look back there.
It's right there. Why didn't you look? You don't.
Orlando, Florida.
Okay, moving on.
Something dangerous. A car
Orlando, Florida.
Just 30.
It's like we're watching cops like, ooh, the music.
35 miles per hour on the highway.
35 miles per hour.
Flashers on, scraping the road's edge.
Okay.
He tries to alert police not once, but multiple times.
Okay.
And what happens next raises some serious questions about the police force there as it gets crazier.
What do you guys think? Have you dealt with, have you guys dealt with Orange County sheriffs? We saw a split second of what happened right there. Let's take a look.
The police force there as it gets crazier.
So he must have lost traction or swerved hard because he was drinking and just is not paying attention. Hits the guardrail hard. So if we're riding and we see this, stay back. Stay back. Talk on your Cardo Pack Talk Pro with a link in the description for the discount July 3rd and 4th. And actually, when you order the Pack Talk Edge Pro or Neo, they're going to send out a decal. So you might want to check that out. That's pretty cool. All right, so we hit that. Now, they're going to do that. Okay. You call 911.
Yo, hey.
You talk to them.
Hurry, look behind you.
I like how they keep putting that up. Is this when it happened? Oh, so they hit the left. Okay. Hard swerve because they're not paying attention. Hit the right. Stay away. Stay away. Another hit. Okay. The airbags went off. She's walking wounded. She's doing fine.
Never be like this woman. She was okay, but very drunk, and what happens next makes the situation even crazier.
So like sometimes, yeah, I would say 95% of the time they're drunk. Not me. But the other 5%, I'm going to stand over here. The other 5% could be a diabetic episode. And they look drunk. But most of the time, they're drunk. Just letting you know.
Her car sat stalled on the highway with no signs of emergency warnings, while cars flew past at high speeds.
Whoa, did somebody else crash? So when we talk about rescuing and ensuring our own safety, pay attention to the road back there. Pay attention if there's cars coming because they will hit you on accident. They don't want to hit you, but ensure your own safety. Stay off to the side, exactly like this guy's doing.
This is a Sheriff's Association plate on her car. That's not just decoration. Those plates are often given to sponsor of law enforcement, and in this case, it might have come from her husband or father.
Oh, jeez.
That almost hit me, bro.
Okay. What's the Sheriff's Association plate? Charity plate, husband or family must be a sheriff. Explains this, no citation. I mean, I have like a firefighter plate, but it's not, well, I guess you can get a union plate if you really wanted to. So maybe it's like, yeah, the association is a union. So the sheriff union plate. I don't agree with, they needed citations.
A consequence? You tell me, is this something we should just accept, or is it time to start calling it out? Let
Call
me
it
know
out.
your thoughts in the comments below.
No one's above the law.